Join me right now on Kumite TV is UFC middleweight Darren Stewart. Welcome to the show, man.
What's happening?
Now, the first thing I want to get into with you is your background in dancing. I heard that you're a salsa dancing champion. Is that true?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, not a big championship, but yeah, something small. I did competitions here and there. So.
Is this something you still do? You know, with the fighting going on at the same time?
Competing? No way, no time for that. I hardly even go out. I mean, the time I would dance is my missus' family events, you know, the same time I would dance. And if I need a break after the fight, I might go out to celebrate. I'll go and dance that way. But to compete, no way, that's long. Too tired.
You know, they said that Lomachenko, you know, he danced for a long time to kind of get his footwork right for boxing. Have you had some advantages, you know, from dancing for so many years into your MMA career?
No, not really. Everyone thought I had. I've always been dancing since young. I was dancing, street dancing, before I even started fighting. So salsa was something just new to me. I like to try new things. And of course, yeah, you learn new steps, you learn quick footsteps, and it can, you can take it over to MMA, but I didn't personally do it to improve my footwork in MMA. It was just something I like doing on the side. I mainly done it for cardio, to be fair, you know, speed, working your footwork and coordination and, you know, trying to lead the girl as well at the same time. It's a lot of work. So I did that personally for MMA, like cardio-wise. But I didn't say, yeah, let's start salsa for help MMA. No way. I had footwork before MMA anyway. I did taekwondo. So I had a little footwork before then anyway. So.
Well, let's jump into your career. You know, your last fight at Tough 28 finale. After 3 rounds, the judges gave your opponent the split decision. Take me through that fight and your thoughts on the judges' decision.
At the end of the day, the judges have got a job to do, you know? Like, they've got a scoring system to follow. So, if I lost by the scoring system, then I lost by the scoring system. But if you're talking about a fight, like a full-blown fight, like you would see on the street, I won that. You know what I mean? I come to fight, you know what I mean? He didn't come to fight. But he played the game, so fair play to him. So, some people said that I won it still, you know, because they're looking at it from a fighter's perspective. But if you're looking at it from a judging perspective, maybe he did win that. I think at 1 point. I think at 1 point he beat me by. So I can't really blame the judge. And I didn't know this. I didn't know this until after this fight. I've been fighting for so long in UFC. I didn't know that UFC don't have their own judges. It's the commission from the countries that judge. I didn't know that. So I'm not making excuses, but he's from that area. Do you know what I mean? And you got then them judges here. They're from the commission from Vegas, whatever. You know what I mean? They're gonna like their own people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making excuses, but I didn't know. I thought UFC had their own judges, but I'm getting told no. Each state you go to have their own commission, have their own judges. So I didn't know that. So a lot of things go into it, but fair play to him, innit? He played the game. You know, I come to fight. I thought it was going to be a stand-up war because he's a boxer, and he didn't want to stand up. He just kept trying to take me down and hold me. So yeah, like I said, I can't blame the judges. I'm more a bit peed off at the referee, to be fair.
If you looked online after that fight, a lot of people believe you won that fight. If you look at it from a fight perspective, and now because of, you know, the judges, because of the result, you're coming off a loss instead of 3 straight wins. Is there, you know, do you think there is a solution to that problem? Because it is people's careers on the line when those results are read.
Yeah, I just don't give a damn no more, man. Oh, honestly, man. I know what you're saying, but I can't put that stress on my shoulders. Like, I can't control it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things I could have done better, and I'm working on it now. But I mean, I don't know, man. I know what you're saying, though. A lot of people's careers on the line. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's done now. I mean, a lot of feedback. People are just cussing him. People are abusing him online. You know what I mean? But I'm not being funny. End of the day, you know, he done what he had to do. He got away with it, and yeah, he won. Like I said, it's not the judges. It's what got on my nerves is that at the back, when you start, before you go out, the referee comes in, gives you a briefing of the rules and stuff like that. And one thing he said to me was, if it gets to a point where you're just there on the cage and you're stalling, I will break you up. It's okay. If you get to the floor and you're stalling, I will break you up. Okay, cool. So how is it you broke us up once in the whole fight? You know what I mean? You broke us up once in the whole fight. The guy was holding me for 3 rounds, whatever, and you broke us up once, or maybe twice, I don't know. But you said yourself in the changing room, if they're just holding, not doing nothing, I will break it up. So why didn't you break it up then? The crowd was booing. Okay, we ignore the crowd, but they were booing, and you weren't breaking it up. It's like, I knew if that broke up, I would have knocked this guy out. But he was holding on to dear life. He knew my power. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. What do you think? Did you watch it? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely, man. I believe the same thing, man. Like, if the ref is gonna tell you something before the fight, he should go with what he has told you, and fulfill his obligations in the cage, right? But like you said, it's past. Now you got to move forward. After that fight, it probably ate at you for a little while, but it seems like you kind of got over that. But what have you been doing for the last 7 months, man? Because what were you doing outside of the cage? Because I figured that you would have been on the UFC London card.
Oh man, let's go into it. So I was on that card. I think I was one of the earliest on that card. I was like, from what I remember, I think I was like the 3rd fight on that card. But obviously you gotta keep quiet. You can't say nothing.
Yeah.
So the guy I was fighting, he broke his leg. So he couldn't fight. They had to rematch me. So time's gone on now. I think it was January. So I got matched. I think in December. I couldn't say nothing. January, beginning of February, I think it was. I got told that they're not rematching me. When I heard that, I didn't bother to ask why. People ask me why now. I don't know. I could have found out why, but I was so pissed off about it. Like, I thought, why not? Like, I'm on the card already. Like, I ain't done nothing wrong. Why are you not rematching me? If you can't find me someone, then you can't find me someone. But what I got told was they not rematching me. They're not rematching me with someone else. So the crowd went crazy, and yeah. Apart from that, I've gone full-time training now. Working a lot on my wrestling. Like, people think I ain't got grappling. I've got grappling, but when, like, the last fight, when you're in that state of mind, I wasn't there to grapple. I know you got to prepare for everything. That's my fault. Got to prepare for anything. But I had a feeling I was gonna knock this guy out on his feet, and he wanted to stand and fight with me. He didn't want to fight. He was holding me. So I've been doing a lot of grappling. Had to get off the cage now. If he goes to the floor, I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu now. So in that time I've been off, I've been putting in mad work on my grappling. Also striking still. Never forget striking. I've even improved on my striking. Not that I have to, but I've improved. But I've spent a lot of time wrestling. I've just come back from wrestling today, and my neck is killing me. My mister gave me a massage. It's killing me. I've been working a lot on my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu. So right now I just feel like Optimus Prime. I just feel like wherever it goes, it's game over. I'm looking forward to it. So that's what I've been doing in my time. I've done the crying or whatever over UFC London. I've just been putting in mad work, training fully.
Yeah, you just mentioned that you went full-time now. How different does it feel to be a full-time fighter compared to what you were, doing before that?
Big difference. Oh my God. Listen, I wake up now and it's work. It's like, for example, today, Monday, right? Normally I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll leave work. I'll go pick up my son. I'll bring him home, then I'll go train in the evening. In the evening, I get 1 hour. So I'm doing 1 hour a day probably. And people say to me, Darren, come and wrestle on Monday. Come wrestle. What time? Oh, yeah, in the morning or 11 o'clock. Okay. Oh, no, I can't come because I'm working. All right, cool. So they'll be like, okay, Darren, come and do some MMA sparring because you wear big gloves and little gloves. It's 2 different things. Come and do little glove sparring. Okay, what time's that? Thursday, 11 o'clock. Can't come because I'm working. So it's just really, it's so hard, isn't it? Now, I'm full-time. Darren, come along. I'm there. And I'm improving so much. I've only been full-time for 2 months, I think now. And the guys that I train with have been full-time forever. And I'm really putting them through their paces.
I'm already causing trouble. And I've only been full-time for 2 months. So imagine if I was always full-time in my UFC career, you know? No excuses, like everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? But I know for a fact that the people I fight in UFC, they train full-time. I know for a fact that because I like to make friends, and after I fight, I make friends with my opponent. And I see they're training full-time. But I was always going to work, you know what I mean? So I missed out loads of things now. Now I can fit in my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu. And it's made a big difference to my game. And I'm just excited to see this next one. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what the result is, I just feel so good right now. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's going to be a good one, the next one.
Well, speaking of your next one, man, you're going to the big one, UFC 238, June 8th in Chicago. It's your 5th time fighting over in North America. Do you like traveling over there to fight?
Yeah, I don't mind traveling. I mean, I can say I've been there. It just upset me that when there's a chance to fight in my hometown, you don't give it to me. I don't mind traveling, do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, let me fight in my hometown. I mean, yeah, okay, I done Liverpool, thank you. But it don't come often in my country. So when it's here, let me have it. And it's not really me. It's like, it's the fans. They're asking for it. Do you know what I mean? They're saying put Darren on the card. It's not really me, but it's what it is, man. I mean, they say everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So UFC London was a fight night, but now I'm on a numbered card. So they're saying maybe they're keeping me for a number card. The way I fight, they like me. The fans like me. Save me for that. So I can't really complain. Do you know what I mean? End of the day, I can say I've been to these places. You know, so it'll be good.
Yeah, man, and you got a good opponent too, Bevon Lewis. Even though he's coming off a KO loss in his UFC debut, he brings the fight. What are your thoughts on him?
He don't bring no fight, man. I don't think he brings the fight. I don't think he's all right, man. He's all right. I don't think he brings no fight. I bring the fight, innit? Everyone I fought knows when I bring the fight. Everyone knows I bring the fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's good. He's good. But to me, Uriah was holding back. You know what I mean? Uriah didn't push, and he said it as well. He had some family issues, so he's holding back. So I remember I watched that fight as well. I stayed up for that card. And I was like, whoa, this guy's good, man. This guy's quick. This guy's this and that. And now I'm fighting him. I look back at that fight again. I'm thinking, whoa, this guy's a bit slow. He's just trying to put the pressure on you, but he's not fast. Like, every time he hits, I'll counter that. Every time he moves, I'll counter that. And even if he hits me, I won't back away. So I'm seeing things from a different perspective now. I'm seeing that I'll light this guy up, man. So everyone's saying as well, some people say to me, you've got a tough fight, It's not a tough fight. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Every fight in UFC is tough. Do you know what I mean? But I think I'm better than this guy. It's just, I think Uriah made him look good a little bit. That's all it was. Because it wasn't mentally there, do you know what I mean? But there's so many holes in this guy's game. You know what I mean? And I'm not just saying this, fighters are saying this. From a fan's perspective, yeah, he looks good. From a fighter's perspective, I'm too much for this guy. And I've changed so much. Like, it's gonna be difficult for him to fight me because every fight of mine is different. If you was fighting me, let's watch Darren's last fight. Let's watch the fight before that. Every fight is different. Show me one fight in my UFC career is the same. So I'm a confusing fighter to prepare for. And I've changed my game again, but I made it. But I ain't changed it. I've gone back to the old school way. You know what I mean? And my old school way, as a better fighter, is too much for this guy. But again, what lets me down is just the nerves and anxiety. Like, I haven't got past that yet. And I think too much is on my shoulders. You know, I was going to work, being a family man, training. Now I'm training full time. I'm more happy now. So I'm going to see what it's like when I get in there. I haven't switched it on yet. Trust me, when I switch it on, people ain't seen nothing yet, man. Honestly, he hasn't seen it yet. So I respect him. He's good. He's average, but I don't think he's better than me. I mean, tell me what you think. From what you've seen me in my UFC career, like, people only beat me because of my mistakes. No one beats me up. No one's like, yeah, knock Darren out. No way. I will never let it happen. It's just I make a mistake. Okay, he holds me. Okay, I didn't do enough drills of getting off the cage. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm tired. So instead of backing up and recovering, I've shot him for a takedown. I get guillotined. I get subbed out. Do you know what I mean? It's my mistake. No one beats me up because they're better than me. So Bevon can't win this one anyway. If he does, I made a mistake, but I'm making no mistake because I'm training full time now. I'm covering them little gaps now. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
going back to your training camp, you know, it seems like you've probably been in training camp for like 4 months or whatever, because it goes back to London. But like, talk about your coaches, man. Who have you been working with closely to kind of elevate your skills in wrestling, in striking, you know, all the aspects?
Yeah, so I have my main coaches, Paul Hines, Michael Russell, and Chris Carley. They're my MMA, BJJ, and striking coach. And since I've been going full time, I've been going bits and bobs. I've been going different places. So I'll go to shoot fighters and I'll spar with London shoot fighters, where Michael Page is from, and I'll learn from their coaches, Paul or Alexis. I learn from their coaches. Then I'll go to Team Titan as well. You know Brad Pickett, where Brad Pickett's from.
Yeah.
I'll learn from Brad Pickett. I'll learn from Bola. I'll learn from Mickey. You know what I mean? So I've been going to them 2 gyms and picking bits and bobs from people. So I've been training them coaches as well, alongside my coaches. And I've also brought in my cousin as well, who's a high-level judo guy. He used to fight for Team GB and the judo team, so I brought him in as well. So yeah, I brought in quite a few people to up my game. So it's going to be good, man.
Before I let you go, I wanted to get into one more last thing, man. Music and sports go hand in hand, you know, like, do you have kind of like a playlist that you listen to during training camp to kind of get you ready for fights?
Oh, you know what, man? I've changed so much things, man. I don't know why. I mean, like I said to you now, this next one, I've gone back to the old school dentist, man. I've got that playlist there. I've got that certain walkout music. I don't know why I got into UFC and I changed a few things. Like, you might not see it, yeah, but I know what I'm talking about. Like, the walkout tune is different, and the way I prepare in the changing room with the music's different, and even the whole fight week music is different. And I changed a lot of things, man. And I speak to a performance coach as well, and he made me go back and realize what I was missing. Like, I knew I was missing before, but you just need that kick up the arse. You know what I mean? To like let someone tell you that. And now, since I've gone into that, I've gone back to the old ways now. I feel like I'm there again. The old school dentist is there. The old school dentist has got this playlist there, and I brought it back now. I'm ready to go, man. I've been thinking about it now in my head, man. What I do now for this fight, like I did back in the day before UFC, I play that tune before training. I play them that type of genre before training. I play that type of genre when I'm going jogging or in the gym. You know, I keep it in my head. So when it comes to fight night, it's not different. You know what I mean? But before, I'll play some music here, some music there. I'll change room now. I'll change that, and then when I walk out to different type of music. You know, I don't know why I changed a lot of things in my UFC career, but I'm back now. I'm back. I've got that playlist, and I'm ready to go, man. I can't wait.
Give us a little peek into the playlist, man.
Well, it's a type of genre we got here in the UK called grime music.
Okay.
Don't know if you don't even know about it, grime music. You've got the Skeptors and the Wileys and all that stuff. Yeah, I grew up with them people, and grime music gets me on it. Like, don't get me, it gets me angry, but good angry. You know what I mean? Enough to fight. Not angry in the sense that, oh, you're gonna get angry and lose your head and lose the fight. No, it just gets you in that zone. So the grime genre gets me in that zone, and that's my music.
All right, man. UFC 238. It's gonna be a good one in Chicago. Thank you for your time, Darren, and good luck on your future, man.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, people, how you doing? Darren the Dentist Stewart. Before we start, I'd like to shout out ISO Sports, Vigor 8, High Guard. You know, them guys keep me going. They support me along the way. Shout out my friends, my family, missus, my son, my coaches, TDP, the Dentist Partnership, and anyone else I missed out. Hello.